I am on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. Connect with me on Patreon, and we will grow. And I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneits Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Now bringing the another nakshatra video. Sun will move into Ardra Nakshatra on 22nd of June until 5th of July. Sun will be in Ardra Nakshatra. But do you know, when Sun goes into Ardra Nakshatra, as per India as a geographical location, this is called onset of monsoon season. This is the time where the fertility increases. There's a relief from the summer. So we know how scorching the summer heat is. This is going to bring in a lot of relief because Sun and Ardra have a very strong connection. Surya, which is heat, which is Sola Karaka, Atma Karaka, when goes into the Gemini zodiac sign and goes into Ardra, Ardra is the nakshatra related to monsoon, rains and thunderstorms. Therefore, this nakshatra may be sounding very heavy because it is ruled by Rudra Shiva. There is a lot of roar and there is a lot of noise. But this is not the noise of destruction, but the noise which the thundering happens and the thunderstorm makes, but that is what gives you food on the table. The rains makes the soil fertile, the rain gives the necessary nutrients, the crops grow, and agricultural based economy increases and flourishes. So in the ancient time, the transit of Sun in Ardra was a very, very important transit because this means now the crops will grow and you will get food throughout the year because most of the societies were agrarian society. Now this time when Sun goes in Ardra Nakshatra, you will have to see this year the position of Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu and Ketu. Jupiter will be 12th from the Sun, whereas Saturn will be retrograde 9th from the position of the Sun. Therefore, there in certain parts of the world or maybe in India, the rains can be pretty heavy. This might mean that we will have to invent new irrigation and new cultivation technology to sustain the crop growth and allow the farmers to have a nice productivity of the land. That means there can be certain challenges related to flooding, excessive rains. So you will have to be very, very alert and you will have to focus more on preservation of what you have. And also, if we save the climate today, our future generation will be able to survive and thrive. Now, when Sun goes in Ardra, there is also going to be a lot of changes in your own life. Your lifestyle will change, your food habits will change. And this is the time when you should pray to Bhagwan Shiv and Narayan by offering the prasadam and chanting Vishnu Sahasranam and Shiva Namaskar mantra. Because Sun is, if you consider Surya as Mahavishnu, Rudra as Ardra, this is a prayer which you have to offer to both because Sun in Ardra means Harihar. This is a combination of Bhagwan Vishnu and Rudra Shiva. So on one side there is thundering, there is loud noise, there is lightning, which is Shiva creating this Tandav Nritya in the sky, but the same rain comes down, makes the soil fertile, and like Mahavishnu, which is Palanakarta, who takes care of our existence, same thing, in the same way, the rain and the crops takes care of human existence by giving food and bringing Mata Lakshmi in your home. So this gives you a lot of blessing. So do not differentiate between Mahavishnu and Mahashiva. Pray to both. Now, when Sun goes in Ardra, this means the Lord of Leo goes 11th from itself and goes into Rahu's nakshatra. Where is Rahu? Rahu is in the sign of Pisces, 10th from the position of the Sun. That means this is going to bring in a lot of career changes. A lot of people will take innovative career. AI, machine learning, technological advancements will happen. Satellite communication, satellite internet will take a new step of revolution. lot of things will happen behind the scene also, which will give you results later on. Just like the rain happening now will result into crops growing few months later. Similarly, events happening when Sun is in Ardra will give you results sometime later. Now, the real result of this will come when Sun goes in the sign of Leo. So this is the time to give all your efforts, and this is the time to pray and give your 200%. Bring the change, adapt, and focus on the surrounding environment and the situation. Because it is happening in the sign of Gemini, because it is happening in Ardra Nakshatra, and because it is happening in Rahu's Nakshatra, if you are running a Surya Mahadasha, Buddha Mahadasha, Mercury Mahadasha, or Rahu Mahadasha or Antaradasha, it will impact you a lot. If you are in Ardra Nakshatra, like Moon or any planet is in Ardra Nakshatra, this is going to directly impact you. For others, I will explain in details, ascendant wise, what is going to be for you. Now, mostly you should watch this video as per your moon sign, because this is a nakshatra based transit. But I see that there is a lot of confusion. So I have made this analysis, I repeat, I have made this analysis zodiac based. So you can watch this both from your moon sign as well as from your ascendant. So I think this clears out the confusion. So if still you have any confusion, do write in the comment section below. If you want to take my consultations, you can drop me an email. The email ID is in the description box below. And if you want to book the Kundli PDF report, I repeat, this is a system generated report, not a replacement for consultation. But if you want a full detailed predictions of your horoscope system generated, you can definitely directly book it. The link of that is in the description box below. It's a comprehensive report which you can print and keep it with yourself. This will also give you a bird's eye view of what's happening in your horoscope with all the technical details. And in the report, I am giving a bonus numerology report also for your birth date, which will also give you all insights in the numerology side of your horoscope. So book that today. The links are in the description box. For anything else, you can drop a WhatsApp message on the number that is on the screen. Follow me on YouTube, subscribe, stay connected, share the video among family and friends, because sharing is what makes the video more popular and allows the word of astrology to spread. And if you want to follow me on Instagram for the reels and other interesting stuff, all the details are in the description box below. Let's start zodiac based analysis. Aries. For Aries, Sun will be in Ardra Nakshatra in your third house, and therefore this is going to be a time to create a change, especially if the change is related to children or education. Say you want to think about the betterment of your child, you want to think about your own productivity, or you are trying to launch a product or start a project which is like your child. Something that is your brainchild, something that is related to ideation, something that is related to the mental creation. Sun in Ardra Nakshatra will bring that a new flavor in your action, a new flavor in your confidence. Chant Om Namah Shivaya mantra every single day, at least 108 times, and do some meditation. See, when Sun goes in Ardra Nakshatra, this also means that your responsibility towards your younger siblings also increases. You will play a vital role in changing their life and their destiny. So be very responsible when you are communicating, especially your words can hurt someone. So be polite and be diplomatic whenever you can. Taurus. For Taurus, Sun transit in Ardra Nakshatra will happen in the second house. This is your fourth lord going in the second house and turning into a very different kind of energy, because Sun, when interacts with Ardra, becomes Bhagavan Shiva. So this is going to be a time where you will be more productive in your life, but you will also see that there will be certain type of fight or arguments, point of view differences, opinion differences happening in the family. You will have to be very polite. Matters related to buying a vehicle, buying a costly thing, buying a house, a plot, in the matters related to real estate can actually drain your energy and also your finance. So be very careful when you are spending that money. Overall, Sun being in Ardra Nakshatra in the second house means that you have to be very clear about your point of view so that nothing is left to be explained any further. And when you're communicating with your extended family members, and if you hear something critical about yourself, or when you see something that is not up to the mark, don't get so much agitated or frustrated, and don't try to correct it immediately. Stay patient, stay diplomatic, and allow the things to take its own natural course. Be polite, and also be very careful what you eat. Eating low calorie food, cutting down on calories, focusing on your health and weight loss can be a good thing during this time. Gemini. In case of Gemini, Sun transit in Ardra will happen on your first house. Now Sun rules your third house. This transit is focused on taking attempts towards changing your personality. So this will give you a new shine, a new brightness in your personality and in your overall behavior. Sun is going to give you a lot of confidence, but the criticism coming from your siblings, from people around you, may also hurt or create a dent in your confidence, which means the planet wants to push you, but the way the planet will take is a bit harsh. So when you hear a criticism, when you hear someone saying something to you, don't feel sad or bad. Try to understand what made that person say such things towards you. If it is something that you can correct and improve, take it as an improvement cycle. If this is a baseless allegation or a baseless criticism, ignore, because your personality is supposed to be the one that is giving the light, and you have to be the one that is spreading the light. But Sun in Ardra means there is a little bit of sacrifice and there is a little bit of physical change involved. Cancer. For Cancer, Sun in Ardra Nakshatra will go in the 12th house. For you will have to be a little bit careful, because Saturn will go retrograde in your 8th house and Sun will be in Ardra in the 12th house. You have to take great care of your health. You will have to focus on your investments, because you can drain your savings on something where you should not. You may break your fixed deposits, you may break some assets that you have, and you would want to invest somewhere, you would want to spend on something. If you have done all the proper calculation, maybe you are right. But because Sun, which is your second lord, goes in the 12th house, the chance of unnecessary expenses or forced expense increases. You must have some bandwidth, both financially and from the perspective of time and energy, to live your life through the Ardra Nakshatra transit of Surya. Keep your confidence high, and people who are working remotely, people who are working in foreign countries, people who want to go to foreign country will see something good during this time. Keep also a check on your eyesight and spend less time on the screen. Sleep well and don't think too much during the night. Leo. Now for Leo, Sun in Ardra Nakshatra will be in your 11th house, and this is your ascendant lord going in the 11th house and in this Rahu's Nakshatra. Now this is going to be a time which is going to be very good for your source of income. This is going to create the necessary changes. Sometimes there is a deadlock. Sun in Ardra will break that deadlock for you, and this will give you greater chance of earning wealth. This will give you opportunity to interact with high profile people. This will also create a detoxification cycle in your life, where some reshuffling will happen, and forcibly the negative energy will go out. You should do Rudrabhishekam of Bhagwan Shiva, chant Om Namah Shivaya, Rudrashtakam, and also you should focus on fasting on Mondays and giving some donation on Mondays until the Shravan month ends. This is going to be a prayer and dedication to Bhagwan Shiva. 11th house is something where you stand to gain something. So Sun in Ardra is going to clear off the unnecessary hurdles so that you stand to gain. But because Sun is you and Ardra Nakshatra creates changes, you will be caught in crossfire, you will be caught in between two parties. So when you are mediating something, see that you are mediating only if you have been asked to, or it is absolutely necessary. Otherwise you will be caught in crossfire and the damage will be something which you don't want to have. Overall, this is going to be a good transit, but a transit that will change your expectations. Virgo. Now, in case of Virgo, Sun transit in Ardra will happen in your 10th house. This is going to be an excellent time to bring changes with respect to your career. You want to change your domain. You want to talk about promotion. You want to create a big shift in your career. This is the time. 12th Lord coming in the 10th house also shows that you will stand to gain from multinational companies. So if you are employed there, this can be your chance of changing or building your career in a very different pattern. Ardra Nakshatra having its fertile energy shows that all the hard work that you have done, all the sacrifice that you have made will soon be recognized, and you will be given the necessary remuneration, the necessary recognition. But for now, you will have to keep on pushing yourself, and this might make you involve more in your office. Your efforts will be required more. This may cause a burnout and lack of sleep. Focus on work-life balance. Give your 200% in your career, but also focus on your health. Health is wealth should be the mantra during this time. There can be problems related to your lower part of the body, especially legs, something that is related to restlessness and sleep cycle getting disturbed. There can also be certain arguments with your father and challenges with the health of your father. So try to maintain a harmonious relationship there. Also, some of your supervisor can be very strict on you. Be very polite and diplomatic in your communication. Libra. Now, in case of Libra, Sun transit in Ardra Nakshatra will be in your 9th house. Therefore, this is the time to change your destiny. Your 11th Lord coming in 9th house in Ardra shows that there will be certain challenges that you will face during this time. While you overcome those challenges, you will take certain steps that will alter your destiny, and this is a life-altering transit for you. Why? Because you have to understand that Jupiter is in the 8th house. Do not consider Sun in Ardra just by Sun being in Ardra. What is happening around that? Every year Sun will go in Ardra, but every year with respect to Sun, other planets changes. This time Jupiter is in 8th, whereas Saturn will be retrograde in the 5th. That means it's a time of test, but this test, if you pass this test, life will become beautiful, much better than what it is right now. Sudden travels can happen. If you are involved in travel related sector, this can be the time of the day for you. Sun being in Ardra Nakshatra in the 9th house also shows that there will be new learnings and new teachings coming your way. So you have to unlearn and relearn. You have to be an empty cup. If you are full of ego, your ego will be crashed and dashed to the ground. So be this person who wants to meet the horizon, but also is ready to go for a never-ending learning cycle. If your learning curve is very good, you will get to know a lot about many things, and which will eventually improve. Good time for people who want to do advanced education, good time for people who want to do scientific education, and if you want to enroll into some government-related job, if you want to prepare, if you want to apply, this can be the time for you. Scorpio. Now, if you are a Scorpio ascendant, this can be the time where Sun transit in Ardra is going to be very important for you. A time where your career changes, a time where your pattern of your life changes, because Sun will be in Ardra in the Ashtama Bhava, 8th house. Not only that, if you observe, Saturn is aspecting your Lagna, and Sun rules the 10th house, which is also aspected by the Surya, which means this is going to be the time where you will be forced to take certain challenging and tough decisions related to one, career, second, your in-laws, and third, the changes in the life partner's life, say their career, their family, is going to create a change in your life. So what you should do, be accommodating, be adjusting in nature, and try to be polite and humble, because if you try to confront this, well, the planets are here for a change and you can't resist the change. The only constant for you will be change. So be ready to adapt. The more adaptive you are, the better your life will be. There can be certain humiliation cases also, For that, you pray to Surya Gayatri mantra every single day, early in the morning. Welcome the sun, wake up before sunrise, your health will also be very good. You will be forced to take a stand for your health, so don't ask the planets to force you. From day one, you yourself become conscious towards your health. Sagittarius. In case of Sagittarius, Sun transit in Ardra will happen in your 7th house. 7th house being the house of marriage, relationship, contracts, and also 7th house being something that is not you. Sun in Ardra is going to create certain challenging scenarios in front of you. Be it you are a Sagittarius ascendant or Sagittarius moon sign, Sun being in Ardra Nakshatra shows that the circumstance is becoming a little bit difficult. There is no stroke of luck, but you have to create the fortune by your own hand. And this is where God wants you to take a stand for yourself and build a bright future for you, because Sun being the 9th lord will not do bad for you. But maybe you will have to forget that you are the boss. Maybe you will have to become the student here, not the master. Allow the Sun energy in the 7th house to give you the right guidance, which means you will have to take consultations with astrologers, healer, doctor, physicians, subject matter experts, depending where you are stuck and how you are stuck. This can be a little challenging for the marriage, and life changes in the life partner's life may also affect your decisions. Be inclusive and be a little bit considerate. Chanting Om Namah Shivaya is a very good remedy. Capricorn. Now, if you're a Capricorn native, then Sun transit in Ardra is going to be very unique for you. You know why? Because for you, Sun rules your 8th house and Sun goes in the 6th house. This is the biggest and positive transformation for you. Your ascendant is aspected by Jupiter from the 5th house, and Sun coming in Ardra in the 6th house shows that this is the high time to focus on your key areas of your life. Number one, your natural responsibilities. That means whatever responsibility you carry, even if you don't want to execute them, you will have to. Second, your health. 6th house is health related. 8th house is Ayushya Bhav. It wants you to give life. So if you take changes in your lifestyle, bring changes in your lifestyle, Sun in Ardra will give you good health. Third, it wants you to cut down on your debt. Also, it will highlight enemies. So you might see Sun in Ardra brings out the hidden enemies. You might say that this is the bad time, but I will say this is a good thing, because now you know who your friends and enemies are and you can decide accordingly. So Sun in Ardra in the 6th house is going to expose a lot of things, and you will stand to ultimately gain from all that is happening. Now, during this time, if you do Havan, Yagya, Pujan, or if you do Upasana of Bhagwan Shiva, say you take a sankalp of chanting 11,000 chant of Om Namah Shivaya, or if you do Nad Brahma Pranayam, Yog, Sadhana, Hasta Mudra, you will see the brightest time of the day. Also, this will create new opportunities. It will bring new opportunities in the job sector, in the service industry. So if you are like having some problem in your current job, or if you're having some problem in the current service industry, say you have a business in service industry, Sun in Ardra will help you on that. This will also help you in finding talent that was till now not easy to find. Overall, this is the time to focus on your key areas of your life and not avoid any responsibility. Be responsible, because being irresponsible is not an option. Aquarius. Now for Aquarius, Sun rules your 7th house. This Sun goes in the 5th house in Ardra Nakshatra. This can be a little challenging for newly married couples. This can be a little challenging for couples because their love is going to go under test, under scrutiny. So if you are already having a troubled marriage, this will not be the right time to go into a fight or go into an unnecessary discussion. This should be the time where you are polite, you are being humble, and you are trying to be considerate towards each other's habits, lifestyle, and requirements. From the perspective of business, this is going to be a time where you will bring a lot of changes. Especially you will see that the changes will happen in the life of the life partner, and that will also influence your stand, your business, your career, and your overall existence. What you will have to do, you must learn. And if there is a change that you have to bring in yourself, bring that. Because Sun being in the 5th house in Ardra is not bad. Because Sun aspects your 11th house, and this Sun wants to give you something, but not from an easy route, but from a tougher route. This is as if the timeline is changing. Praying to Mahakal, praying to Bhagwan Kal Bhairav by chanting Kal Bhairav Ashtakam will be an excellent remedy. Pisces. In case of Pisces ascendant and moon sign, Sun transit in Ardra Nakshatra will happen in your 4th house. Now when your 6th lord goes in the 4th house and in Ardra Nakshatra, there can be certain issues related to real estate, your vehicle, maybe the repairing of the vehicle, maybe health of your mother, that will keep you unsettled. So you will have to focus on being more positive towards the life, having more optimistic approach. And if a change is necessary, let it happen. Don't be too hesitant to create any change, or too restrictive, too adamant to not do any change. Praying to Ma Durga will be an excellent remedy during this time. Sun in Ardra in the 4th house also shows that you are a little now getting a little uncomfortable by your own comfort zone. Maybe you want to achieve a lot, but you are not doing enough. Maybe you are resting a lot. Maybe you are playing a lot. Maybe you are wasting your time a lot. That will trouble your mind. So it's a good thing. 6th lord coming in the 4th house also shows that people who are willing to take a loan related to their business or house and you're not getting it, you will get it. But it also shows that taking unnecessary load on yourself just because to prove a point will be a very bad approach. Your ascendant lord, which is Jupiter by the way, is in the 3rd house. And this Jupiter wants to give you a lot of things, wishes. But wish fulfillment can only happen if you work on your comfort zone, because your demand should be realistic. So this transit Sun in Ardra will at least tell you what is unrealistic and what is realistic. You will have to adapt, accept, and bring a change.